This is a video showing the application of Dropbox on an iPad and a desktop. Dropbox is a synchronization service that you can get through the web. It's free. Just go to the Dropbox website and create a login, password. You get an account. It's up to 2 gigabytes of free space. We use this to move files back and forth between iPads, desktops at work and home, smartphones, you name it. There's a lot of things Dropbox is useful for. A couple things you can do with Dropbox. I'm going to show you on the desktop version, then we're going to go over to the iPad. Here we have a public folder, and I believe the newer versions you won't have a public folder if it's the first install. This has been installed for quite a long time. But you can right click on one of these files, go to the contextual Dropbox menu and copy public link. So what this does is if you send an email and you can't send a 20 megabyte file or a 50 megabyte file or a 100 megabyte file, it's too big for the email, you can copy this public link, put it into your Dropbox folder, copy this public link, and in an email you can paste that and it becomes a link someone can open, and then they will have an option of saving that. So it's just sort of like using a FTP site. They click it, they open it, they save it, you've got the file off to them without going over email. You're just sending the link over email. I use this quite a bit to send files back and forth that are too big. Another way of doing it is sharing a folder between multiple people. Here we have the dairy folder. This is saved, this is shared between all of the dairy techs and me on the Western Washington that want it. And anything we put in here, all of us see. So if we put in a document that says, if we put in this field area zip, everyone can get to that field area zip. Everyone can get to the different feature classes that we put up for GIS Pro. They can go into their own Dropbox. They'll see exactly the same as me. Very useful for when you're doing a publication or writing papers and you're bringing together all the photos and documents and that kind of stuff, and everyone can see the exact same thing. And because it is an online service, you also have a web version of it. And in here you can actually get to different versions of the file. So you can, let's go to here. Well, I actually haven't done this in a while. Upload, new folder, show deleted files. So I can see all my deleted files and folders that I've done over the last month. If you want to pay for Dropbox, which you can get more than a month's deleted items. And I can hide it again. So you can get, if you have a web browser, you can get to it, Dropbox, from anywhere. You don't actually have to install it on the desktop. But I do have mine installed on the desktop, as you can see here. It looks like any other folder, but it's synchronized throughout. Now, when it comes to the iPad, I paused it there for a second because I didn't want you to see what I have for my code. You can turn that off and on. It's an option, so that this is my work. This is the work iPad, but I don't want people getting in my personal Dropbox account. So I have a code that I have to push in every time I open Dropbox, it's a 4-digit code. It's pretty easy to know and remember. So you'll notice here that same dairy file. So all those same files and folders are there. We'll go scroll down an example document here. Here we have some examples we put together. We can actually click on one of them, Wade Technology, and you can see all the presentation stuff. So if I want to, I can open this. This is just a preview, you can't actually edit in here. I could, from here, email it to someone, or text message, tweet, copy it to clipboard, all that kind of stuff. I can also open it in multiple different applications. Here we have open in Docs to Go. I don't know why LogMeIn's in here, but you can open it in there. You can open in Print Central Pro, GIS Pro, Evernote. What we're going to do is open it in Docs to Go. And here you can actually edit it. And then save it back. If you've linked Docs to Go, which is another video that we have, if you've linked Docs to Go to your Dropbox, you can save it directly back into your Dropbox. I do not have it linked right here. I've only used it a couple of times, but you can do that. We're going to go right back to Dropbox, and that is Dropbox on, well, actually no, I'm going to show you Dropbox. We can import Dropbox some other things. This is our basins, our watershed layer. You see it downloading right now. I can open this in GIS Pro, which is this one right here. I can open it in. This is a way to import many features into GIS Pro. I'm going to put it into test training, and I'm going to put it into project layer. We're going to do another video on GIS Pro, but I just want to show you what it is like. And zoom out, and there is my basins. And this is, I created KMLs to do this. So it's another useful thing for Dropbox, importing into GIS Pro. Whoops. Go back to Dropbox. And that is all I have to show off Dropbox for now. If you have any questions, please feel free to call, and we can answer them as much as we can.